Starting your business from scratch. Let's have a real conversation about that. Starting your business from scratch in 2023. Listen to this video from the beginning to the end so you don't miss any of the important information that I'm beginning to drop. We've already had the information about setting up your holding company, having your holding company set up your operating company, getting your business banking, and getting some business credit. That is probably the easiest thing you're going to do in your business. Pretty much. Super easy, something that you can do literally in a few days. Let's talk about the realness of starting a business. We're on the internet. Everyone thinks they can start this business with no cash. Let's go ahead and talk about the business of content creation. Becoming a content creation. I'm about to give you some real numbers. Because I used to think there was 51 million YouTube channels. I saw the other day there's 100 and something million YouTube channels. And only 362,000 of those 100 million YouTube channels has 100,000 subscribers or more. Depending on how you set your YouTube channel up, depending upon how you set your internet business up, you can make a lot of money with 10,000 subscribers. But the vast majority of people who feel that they can come home, turn the camera on themselves, right, and start making a lot of money making content. I'm about to say some things that may seem alarming. Why do some television shows do better than others? It comes back to the character. There are some people who are just they're cut out to be content creators. And through this narrow lens, you have a lot of people who feel that they can just turn on the camera, come on YouTube, come on the internet. Right now, there's this girl by the name of Pinky Doll, and she's making a lot of money on TikTok and everyone's talking about her. But here's the thing. You know a show, someone by the name of Jerry Seinfeld? Jerry Seinfeld had a very successful television show. What happened to Seinfeld? It went off the air. So at some point, Pinky Doll is going to go off the air and she's not going to have like a 10 or 12 year run like Seinfeld. Ain't happening. You want to start a business, you want to set up a holding company, an operating company. You want to get yourself some business credit. You want to learn how to run a business. You want to start your first online business. If you want to do that, and congratulations to you for being a person that wants more out of life, for being that person that's ready to sit down, do the work so your future can be brighter. I got something for you. Go below and enter into the Corporate Citizen Playbook, where we teach you all of that plus a lot more. Because you are not a normal, regular person. You want more out of life. You want to do more, you want to be more, you want to have more. And congratulations to you. So the link is below. Go ahead and check out this video. And then go ahead and enroll in the Corporate Citizen Playbook, where I teach you some things that you cannot Google. Can't Google it. Can't Google it at all. We will see something like that, and I'm going to say something. I think what she does is 100% stupid and completely idiotic, which brings up another factor, the audience. People are paying her money because that's something that they like. They like stupid, idiotic. That's something they like. And once again, this is going to be a very short cycle, and she's going to just kind of wither away to nothingness. Because here's the thing. And this is where we get into, you need to have some money to start your business. I would put the number at $10,000. You need to have $10,000 in credit. You need to have $10,000 cash in the money in the bank. Because here's the thing, you will see people like, take a guy who starts a food truck. This guy's coming out of pocket minimum $20,000 to $60,000 for that one food truck. One. So if you're insulted, okay, I'll deal with that. Because everyone is not talented enough to become a successful and wealthy content creator. It's just not going to happen. So why do I say $10,000? Let me explain to you how I started my first business. I started my first business when I had a 6-figure job. And this is what's really interesting about my first business. My first business, it took me no money to start. I mean, I went out and got an additional LLC. And I had a signed contract between me and the company. No cost. Or was there a cost? Let's go ahead and kind of talk about that. Remember me talking about how I learned how to become an outside salesperson, and it took me like 18 months learning how to cold call, learning how to find leads, learning how to set appointments, learning how to go on appointments, learning how to do presentations, learning how to close, learning how to ask for the money? Well, I fully understand there was a cost for my training, but I didn't pay it. My employers did. So let's just kind of go ahead and calculate the cost to train me how to sell and how to get business. Rent-A-Crate started me off at $38,000. Pano Systems started me off at $60,000. Those were salaries. I got 3 months of a draw from business environments. So let's go ahead, 38, 60, 98. It cost me, or I should say it cost them, $100,000 to train me how to become a salesperson. See, there's always a cost. There's always a cost. You may pay the cost or someone else may pay the cost, but there's always a cost. And right now, with the internet and with Etsy and Chat GPT and all of these things, you have a bunch of people who are nice, hardworking, decent people, but they're unseasoned. Remember when Trump had his show, The Apprentice? And remember the first winner? It was this guy who was from Chicago and this black guy. And this guy said something, he's like, he's smart, he's educated, but he made a very distinct and realistic point. He said he's unseasoned. And this is where many of these people who, in my belief, get sucked up, played with, have their emotions toyed with, is they're unseasoned. They don't know the realities of business. When I started my first 5 businesses, I was completely and utterly unseasoned. This is why you have people out there who believe that they can start from scratch with no education, no money, and they can make $1 million a year within 1 year, and they've never done it before. Now, I'm about to go ahead and say something. There is a very small group of people who can do that. And see, this is once again, character, personality, and skill sets. Let's take Tom Brady, who's probably going to go down in the Hall of Fame as the greatest quarterback ever, right? Can Tom Brady train other people to become quarterbacks like he can be? Probably not. Could Michael Jordan train people to be the basketball player he used to be? Actually, we have a prime example that he can't. You're like, what? Yeah. Michael Jordan had children that lived in the house with him, that spent a great deal of time with him. Some of these children played basketball and they didn't have even 1/10 of the skill of their father, Michael Jordan. See, here's the thing. Skill sets matter. And there's a group of people, let's go ahead and talk about football. At the moment, there are 1 million young men playing high school football. And this number drops down dramatically at the collegiate level. Goes from 1 million to 70,000. Then it drops dramatically when it comes to the NFL. Goes from 70,000 to, I believe, 250, 300 guys out of college get into the NFL every year. So it's about skill sets, opportunities, hard work. And this is why you need money. I went through this long process to let you know, yes, you could be that person who can be home and come up with some gee whiz bang technology and make $1 million a year from scratch. It may be you. But what I'm saying is these people, such as the Pinky Doll, such as the people, Bad Barbie, whatever, who made $52 million on OnlyFans. When you hear a story like that of an ordinary person making extraordinary wealth very quickly, in your head, there is a truism that is created. It is possible. 100%, I am not going to refute you. It is possible to do this. There's evidence. But I got a question for you. How many Michael Jacksons are there out there? How many Princes are out there? How many Beyoncés are out there? See, when you start to go ahead and look at Michael Jackson, who was at one point the greatest singer entertainer in the world, how many folks can live up to that level of acclaim and accomplishment? Michael Jackson did it. Prince did it. Adele's doing it. Lionel Richie did it. But once, going back to high school football, at the moment, there's 1 million young men playing high school football. And then next year, when they graduate, it's going to be 70,000. It's going to go collegiate level. And then when they really get to that professional level, only 300 are going to get a shot to get into the NFL. 70,000 down to 300. And this is what you see on social media. Yes, anyone can start a YouTube channel. Anyone can start a TikTok channel. Anyone. But when you start looking at who's making the money, that same paradigm started $1 million in high school, 70,000 in college, 300 at the NFL level. The numbers are dramatically the same. And this is why you need some money. Now, you need money because here's a really game changer for you. The vast majority of people out there don't have money. So if you've got, like, once again, let's be really clear. When I say you need money, I'm not talking about you need $1 million. I'm not talking about you need 100,000. The average person can start a lucrative and successful business with $10,000 or less. But you got to have the money first. During one of I got a program where you got to call in. I had someone answer the thing and they were like, hey, teach me how to do it and I will pay you later. Let me go ahead and just say something. You know that girl that let you hit? You know, you didn't have no relationship. You didn't have to take her out. You didn't have to do any of this thing. She just let you hit. And then later on, she wanted a relationship. And you were like, I want a relationship with you. You just let me hit. That's the same thing that's going to happen if I let people into my training program for free, teach them how to make this money. Once they started making money, I'm going to be like that girl that they like let them hit and be talking about, well, I want a relationship now. I want a relationship now. They will utterly laugh at me. And I find it very funny. And this is another reason. I know everyone likes free information. Everyone enjoys getting a lot of knowledge for free. But here's the thing. 85% of America is broke or close to being broke. Why is this? We have all of this free information, right? We have YouTube, we have blogs, we have tons and tons of information. Yet the majority of Americans are broke or close to broke or 6 paychecks away from being homeless. But there's all this free information out there. Here's the reason why most of America's broke. Your situation is only going to work out as long as it becomes super important to you. When I was an average American, taking my CDs and DVDs to the pawn shop, renting stuff from Aaron's Rent to Own, doing a title palm, I was completely unseasoned, financially non-sophisticated, and I did a lot of dumb and stupid things, not because I was an idiot, because I simply didn't know better. And once again, you have all of these people out here who are looking at this once again, the high school methodology. Million men playing football in high school. That's what's happening here on the internet. Yes, it's possible that someone can start an internet business and make $1 million, but let's say you had 1 million men try to do that. And it's going to go from 1 million down to 70,000 to actually start making some money. And it's going to go from 70,000 to 300 who are making large money. And this is why you need money, because money separates you. And once again, I'm saying $10,000. Like when I started my internet business, take a wild guess how much money I invested to get to $1.6 million. Take a wild guess. Put that in the comments. I should start playing some Jeopardy music. Doom, 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 doom. I spent $2,500. I spent $2,500 year 1, year 2, did not spend any more money and got to 1.6 million. And that'll be the subject of another video. But you need to have some money. You need to have some money, and I have a money course, and I'm probably going to link that somewhere around here where you can go ahead and get into the money course, because if you manage your money, this gives you a great opportunity to start a business, to become successful, to do more, to set yourself up in a very sophisticated manner in the future. All right, so go below, get into the Corporate Citizen Playbook, where I teach you how to set up a holding company, teach you how to set up an operating company. I teach you how to set up your business banking. I teach you how to get business credit. And more importantly, I teach you how to start a business and start making some real money. What is real money? $5,000 to $10,000 a month. That's something I feel that the average person can do within 90 days. So go below, get into the Corporate Citizen Playbook, and I will see you guys in the next video.